Dr. Duma is a renowned neurosurgeon and medical director of the Brain Tumor Program at Hoag Hospital. He's leading groundbreaking research in immunotherapy and for brain tumors and pioneering treatments for Parkinson's disease. Welcome to the show, Dr. Duma.
Thank you very much.
Glad
nice
to
be
have
here.
you here. To start off, tell us, what is focused ultrasound?
Right, so focused ultrasound is a technique. It's a machine that you have to purchase. Not every hospital can have them. They're about $2 million to purchase. Mm-hmm. But it allows us to direct beams of ultrasound, ultrasonic beams to a particular point in the brain. And the number one use right now for it is for the tremor of patients with essential tremor. Also, we can treat the tremor of Parkinson's disease as well with it. So that's the main tool that we're using these days for it. We have many options for tremor, like deep brain stimulation, which is drilling holes in your head and putting wires in. But this is a completely invasive way of treating a tremor. Patient comes in, and the tremor is gone.
Interesting.
So when this is focused in that, it's just a vibration. It's an ultrasound kind of vibration. How is it actually working? What's it doing in that area?
The machine is fascinating. It actually fires out 1,024 beams of ultrasonic sound waves.
Okay.
But where they intersect, literally heats up an area of the brain.
Really?
So it warms up that area of the brain. We can warm it up to a point and then see whether the patient's tremor stops.
Okay.
It's a well-known target. We've used it for 30 years in neurosurgery. Mm-hmm. There's one particular area that's the tremor generator. And we can heat up that area, tremor stops, and then we go, great, we found the target, then we heat it up some more, and then we destroy that area.
How are you able to precisely find that target?
Takes a lot of training. No, there is a anatomic way of figuring that out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
is it kind of a mapping of the brain that goes on?
Mapping of the brain. We use brain mapping techniques, and we use literally X, Y, and Z coordinates to triangulate these beams to that particular area.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So how quickly are patients able to experience benefits from that?
That's the amazing thing about this. If you did deep brain stimulation, which is putting the wires in, it takes a lot of mechanics to program the pacemaker and that type of thing. With focused ultrasound, literally you go into the machine, just like that video is showing there. The treatment occurs and the tremor's immediately gone.
Immediate.
So they walk in and then they leave without their tremor. Now remember, these are people you can't lift a glass of wine at dinner. Mm-hmm. It's socially impairing for them, and they just live with it often. The treatments are just medical, pharmaceuticals, drugs can try to treat it, but it doesn't work very well.
Okay.
Does it have to be in advanced stages in order to treat it, or can somebody go in
I wouldn't wait very long.
At the first sign of that condition happening?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Now, a lot of neurologists will try the medicines first, try even Botox to get rid of a tremor. But it really, you're just kicking the can down the street, The definitive treatments are these two treatments, focused ultrasound and deep brain stimulation.
Okay. So obviously we heard some of the benefits of this. This sounds amazing. Are there side effects? Are there things that can happen during this treatment that can be detrimental to the patient?
Yeah, just like everything in medicine, there's no free lunch.
Okay.
Right? There are gives and takes. Now, for example, with focused ultrasound, you have to shave your head. So you have to shave all your hair off.
All of it,
bald,
not just an area?
Bald. So that's one downside for focused ultrasound. But for ladies, you all can get some wigs. For men, they look pretty cool bald these days. So it's really not a downside. Plus, now you can lift a glass and go out,
Right.
I think that's
But we're not drilling holes in your head.
That's a great trade-off.
Right? Deep brain stimulation, which is putting wires into the brain, using a generator implanted that's in your chest, We don't have to shave your head, but there you have the risks of open brain surgery.
Wow.
Yeah. So you pick your poison. It's just there's no free lunch here.
Right.
And
Is
so,
it-
go ahead.
Is it just a one-time treatment, or does that have to be
Yeah.
done in
So with
years
focused
later?
ultrasound, for tremor, we treat the patient's dominant hand, right? So if they're right-handed, we'll treat the left brain to treat the right hand tremor. And then if they have both sides, if both sides are tremoring, we have to wait 9 months until we do the other side.
So right when your hair starts growing back.
That is exactly right. I actually joked with somebody about that yesterday. Yeah, oh, my hair's back. Oh, we're going to shave it again. But it is just part
Are there
of that.
folks who are candidates for this and folks who aren't candidates for this? Is there a certain
I would
type
say,
of tremors?
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. A lot of primary care doctors are afraid to send their patients for brain surgery. So let's say they have a little, extra comorbidities. They have a bad heart. They're on blood thinners, other things that might not make them a good candidate for surgery, for open surgery. These are the patients that are great for focused ultrasound. I mean, literally, they walk in, they lay on the table, which is an MRI, by the way. So it's an MRI scanning table that has been adapted to shoot these ultrasonic waves in. And an hour and a half later, 2 hours later, they're done. So they don't have to go through anything.
Dr. Duma, what causes that condition to begin with?
Well, that's a darn good question. Okay, so there is a familial component to it, so it's clearly genetic. Half of the cases of essential tremor are found in families. I mean, someone will know of a sister or a brother or a father or mother who had it, and it's just passed on generation to generation. The Parkinson's disease, not so much. Parkinson's disease has maybe a 20%. It's kind of an incidence of familial passing on, but not essential tremor. Essential tremor is a true genetically transmitted, but we don't know why it happens or what the real mechanism is. But we do know the area of the brain to take care of.
What's for Hoag? You guys kind of are on the leading edge of these innovations. You have the materials and you have the tools, you have the machines. How important is it for Hoag to kind of be on top of these and then leader in this community?
Well, I mean, that's their whole mission is to serve the community. It's a non-for-profit hospital. It is a well-endowed hospital, and the extra money that we get all the bells and whistles and all the big tools. Yeah, so it's really, I mean, you're not going to get a focused ultrasound machine in every hospital. It's regional, right?
Right.
And Hoag wanted to be that region, right? So they invested in it. We've got it now. I'm fully trained in it, and we're doing it. So it's a wonderful thing to offer an 85-year-old patient who can't eat at the dinner table, can't drink soup because of their tremor, don't want to go out and socialize with their friends because of it. So it's a wonderful alternative, and it's available. We can fix them. Okay, I tell people the year is 2024. We can do this, right?
Amazing.
It is absolutely
Very little
amazing.
risk.
Well, Dr. Christopher Duma, thank you so much for joining us, telling us about the focused ultrasound there at Hoag and all the things you guys are doing there. Amazing.
My pleasure.
Absolutely
Thank you
amazing.
very much for having me.
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll be right back after these messages with
Community concerts.
community concerts.
Dun, 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 dun.